A wild high-speed chase through the streets of the metro this morning. It's a chase that exceeded speeds of 140 miles an hour. It all started at I-40 in MacArthur. You can see it went from one side of the metro all the way to the other and finally came to an end on the Turner Turnpike just west of Indian Meridian Road. News Channel 4's Allie Meyer is on Crime Watch this afternoon. She shows us the dramatic chase on the ground and in the air from Chopper 4.
It's a place to do it if they're going to do it.
Oklahoma City Police and OHP troopers had been on the tail of this car for about 20 minutes when Chopper 4 caught up with the chase.
Right now he is giving them a run for their money. They cannot catch this car when they get on a straight, flat road.
The suspect car weaves in and out of unsuspecting traffic at speeds in excess of 140 miles an hour. And just when they thought they had him,
they appear to be getting ready to lay out the stop sticks.
This high-speed driver steers into oncoming traffic to clear the stop sticks. It was more than the lead trooper could handle. On the ground, you can see he hit those stop sticks right on.
Well, right now, Ken, I am flying at 130 miles an hour trying to catch back up with him here.
With each straightaway, the suspect gains ground on the sluggish patrollers.
The key factor now is how much gas do they have on board.
Troopers employ a third set of stop sticks beneath this underpass. You can't see them from the air.
We had a couple of troopers that were able to get ahead of the pursuit on the Indian Meridian Road, parked their units up on top, and they ran down to the turnpike and were able to actually put two sets of stop sticks out, which covered the entire width of the roadway.
About a mile later, a puff of smoke indicates this driver is ready for a pit stop.
Considering what could have occurred, it came to a good end.
After some quick police work, investigators tell us this Chevy Impala is stolen. Its driver is facing several felony charges. Allie Meyer, Oklahoma's News Channel 4.
This is very dangerous. We can't stress enough, Kent, to the people that the speed you're watching at is now very dangerous because there is traffic on the Turnpike, cars in both lanes, so hopefully, Kent, nothing will happen. They can get this guy stopped before something very bad happens.
Yeah, Jim, he's passing cars that are going, 60 or 70 miles an hour, and they look like they're standing still. It's incredible that he does have a very powerful engine in that Cadillac.
Well, right now, Ken, I am flying at 130 miles an hour trying to catch back up with him here as we come up to him. But I am doing right now 135 miles an hour, and he still appears to me I'm not catching him that much, Ken.
So, Jim, it's about 22 miles from that McDonald's, that first McDonald's there, going east. Of course, he's going westbound. So, at this rate of speed, he will reach the Turnpike gate at I-35 in what, probably 8 or 9 minutes?
Correct. At this speed, he'll be there probably in about 10 minutes, Ken.
Well, I'm sure that all of the departments are mobilized. And like you say, the most important thing right now is to keep anybody from getting hurt. But if you're traveling 130 trying to keep up with him, what an extremely, extremely dangerous situation.
Extremely dangerous, Ken. And I'm doing 130, and I have not gained on him at all. So if I'm doing 130 and not gaining, he's at least doing my speed or a little bit more.
If there's any blessing, Jim, it looks like traffic isn't that heavy at this time.
Not at this time. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully they would get him before the gate here, but the cruisers have no chance of catching him, Kent. Air One is on the scene. Air One is the only aircraft that is able to stay up with this car and keep him in sight. The cruisers and the police vehicles just have no way. He's just absolutely just stretching it out, Kent. I'm having to pull extra power here. I'm now coming up to 140 miles an hour, and he's still pulling away from me, Kent.
You're going 140 miles an hour, and he's pulling away from you, Jim. That's incredible, and I'm sure he's pulling away from the officers as well.
He's stretching out a very large gap from the officers at this time, Kent. I'm going to have to pull up into the yellow here. I don't have time to explain about the helicopter and engines, but I'm pulling into the yellow, which I have 5 minutes to stay in the yellow just to try to keep up with a reasonable amount of distance to give you a good picture here.
I understand, Jim. We're getting some information that this may not be a Cadillac, but indeed a Chevy Impala with one person inside. That's according to some witnesses along the roadside. So right now, that is sketchy information at this time, but it's a possibility there is only one driver.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Right now, it appears the cruisers are gaining on him a little bit. The traffic's kind of got in front of him and slowed him down here a little bit, Kent. So the cruisers have closed the gap on him. OHP, I appear to have 2, 4, 5, 5, I don't know if that's all OHP vehicles in pursuit at this time or not. Now he's coming up to, we got a semi and a pickup blocking the lanes here. This is going to slow him down. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything, though, Kent, at this time. I think this is just, this pursuit's on for a while until he runs out of gas or something major happens here.
I understand, Jim. We're getting a little more information for those just joining us. Police were trying to stop this vehicle. Wow, that was close, because of an illegal tag. And this has wound all the way from the I-40, I-35 area up to Highway 66, all the way down 66 to Wellston. Now it's coming back towards Oklahoma City on the Turner Turnpike, as you said, reaching speeds of up to 140 miles per hour. And Jim, if this is indeed a Cadillac Seville, we have talked with a car dealership that says if it's an STS, it can reach speeds of over 150 miles an hour. That's correct, Kent. It's a very powerful vehicle. Even if it's a Chevy Impala, if it's a Super Sport edition of the Chevy Impala, right, Kent, it is well capable of doing over 150 miles an hour. Yeah, how far out are you from the gate right now, Jim? I would say probably 10, 15 miles, Kent. But now look at the gap. He has just hit the gas, and he is moving. He's pulling away from me and the cruisers again. Here, I'm going to pull back up into the yellow to try to keep a good enough distance to give you a live shot here. Like I said, the Oklahoma City police helicopter is a McDonnell Douglas 500, which is faster than our ship, which is good. I mean, it's a good thing to have. They are the only ones able to keep this car in sight at this time, Ken. Jim, that was a close call when he passed that tractor trailer a little while ago. What are you seeing ahead of you that may give this driver any more problems? Well, we're seeing some more tractor trailers. The traffic is getting a little bit heavier, Kent. There are more tractor trailers, more vehicles in the way, and it becomes a lot more dangerous because when he starts weaving in and out of traffic at 140 miles an hour, it just takes a slight mistake to lose control of this vehicle, Kent, and hopefully we have nobody hurting this, but him down. Yeah, I am quite familiar with that road, Jim. Now, yeah, we do have that long straightaway, but coming up again in about, as you said, 3 to 4 miles, there is a series of turns and actually a few hills through that area. Maybe that will give the police a break. Look at him pull away from the police officer there. Yes, you can just see the power difference. When we get on a straight road, he's just able to pull away from him, and that keeps him from getting up there on his bumper and tapping him and trying to spin him out, Kent. Of course, on this 2-lane road, they probably wouldn't use it unless they got clarification of any oncoming traffic or not, because when they spin them out, they do not know exactly where the car is going to go or where it's going to end up. That's an excellent point, Jim. As you're coming up a little bit closer on the Wellston area, there is somewhat of a fork in the road at Wellston where you can take 66B business route into Wellston, or actually stay to the right and head towards, people in Oklahoma be familiar with the McDonald's that has the orange water tank next to it out on the Turner Turnpike. We're not that far out from that, are we? No, we're not, Ken. I'm looking up ahead. We're getting ready to enter that series of S-turns that we've been talking about here, and then it's a straight stretch of road again and into Wellston, and we'll just have to see. From the looks of it, this is going to continue on into Wellston. We'll have to see if something happens before they get to Wellston, but right now they're just trailing the suspect. Like I said before, they're having trouble catching up with the suspect on the straight roads, and we'll just have to. I see another cruiser up ahead. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here, Kent, but there are some other cruisers up ahead now in front of him. They appear to be getting ready to lay out the stop sticks. We'll see what's going to happen here, Kent. We're coming up on it pretty quick. Okay, Jim, we'll just follow along with you. Again, everyone, we're coming up on the town of Wellston going eastbound. There you have it. There went the stop sticks. He just went over the stop sticks, Kent. He just now went over the stop sticks. Did he indeed hit them, Jim? I saw them in one lane. I couldn't tell if they were in both lanes. I couldn't either, Kent, but they did yank them out real quick. But to look at the car, I would say there was no damage. He is still running just as fast as he was when he went over the stop sticks. Certainly looks like it. Now, this chase has been going on now for quite some time, almost 30 miles from the I-40 and I-35 area. And the dish here and try to stay up with it. We were moving eastbound at a very high rate of speed. Right now we're about a half mile from the town of Arcadia. I'm looking up ahead. I do not see any roadblocks or anything at this time, Ken, or any stop sticks or anything. It's just a high-speed pursuit. It's no telling where this is going to end. He's coming up on the convenience store in just a second, Jim. Then, of course, he'll be going by the Round Barn for people that know where that area is. There are a couple of officers. There's the convenience store in Arcadia. But you don't say they have white patrol cars there. It looks like he's. Jim, tell us what you're seeing.
Well, Kent, we're heading into the Lake Arcadia, meaning the town of Arcadia right now. He appeared to slow down by traffic there, but he got around that. He is now entering the town. Like Kent, right, you said, we're fixing to go right by the round barn at this time. You can see from the pictures from Chopper 4, live from Chopper 4, he is traveling at a very high rate of speed. At one point, we heard the OHP was having a very hard time staying up with this Cadillac. Right now, he's made it through the center of town, as you can see right there, Kent. I'm looking up ahead, and I see nothing to slow him down at this time. We need to have all the units on the radio. Please stay off for just a second. But it is still traveling at a very high rate of speed. The one car there a couple of times, Ken, as you see in your picture, I can't tell if it's an OHP car or an Oklahoma City PD car. They tried to bump him a couple of times to take him out on that little spin move, and were unable to do that. Right now, he is giving them a run for their money. Kent, they cannot catch this car when they get on a straight, flat road. Jimmy, we have Air 1 with us off to our side, which will be able to stay up with him. But this could go on for a while, Kent.
Yeah, you're coming up on Hiawassee Road, and I know that's a pretty long, straight stretch through there. If there's not any oncoming traffic, maybe you'll have a chance to try to tap that car again.
Well, they're getting ready to go into the little S turns there that you are familiar with, Kent. See how he just stretches out from there?
Wow.
When he gets on a straight piece of road, they just cannot keep up with him. Luckily, they have the helicopter here that will be able to keep sight of him here, Kent. But I see no end to this for if he can stay and don't run out of fuel or gas. This could be a very long chase.
So, Jim, right now you're about 7 miles from Luther heading eastbound right now. So possibly the Luther force, of course, becoming involved maybe as we get a little closer.
That's correct. They're just speculation, Kent. They're going to have to try to get somebody in front of him, get some stop sticks out or something like that, because they cannot stay up with him when he gets on a straight piece of road.
Coming up on Triple X Road right now, I believe, Jim, and this is a long, straight stretch through here for sure.
That's correct, Kent. Luckily, there's not too much traffic that we can see at this time. Now, I'm looking up ahead, maybe a couple of miles. I see possibly a large truck and some cars in front of him that may give him an opportunity to get up with him and to slow him down here, but we'll just have to see, Kent.
Jim, this has been a long chase. It actually started, I understand, near the Edmond area, went down towards 15th Street and Air Depot in Midwest City, got back on I-35 all the way to 66 now. This has been very involved.
Very involved, Kent. Like I said, the guy is driving a very fast car. The big problem is they've just had a problem staying up with him when he gets on a very long stretch of road. You can see there again, Kent, he's just pulling away from him, and that's the problem. They got to get up on him, get him close to try to bump him and to spin him around or get some stop sticks in front of him.
Right, exactly, Jim. And they are coming up on a few more curves. There's a restaurant about halfway between Arcadia and Luther where there's a pretty tight turn through that area. You can see people pulling off the road there. Incredible. How far away are you from that turn?
We're coming right up to it just as you're speaking, Kent. We're fixing to enter an S turn here. Again, I don't see too much traffic up in front of him. We'll just have to see what they do as they come into these turns. Because when he goes into a turn, that's about where they can gain some ground on him and get back up close to him. But when he gets on a stretch of road, they just can't catch him.
And, Jim, the speed is deceiving from the chopper. Now, there's the restaurant we're talking about. This is a curve as he is heading more closer to the Luther area. What do you think, about 3 miles out from Luther at this time?
That's a very good calculation, Kent. It appears to just be about 3 or 4 miles at this time. And it is a straight road all the way into Luther, and I don't see too much traffic up ahead.
Yeah, there's not too much. In fact, you even get into some 4-lane once they get to Luther. But like you say, it's a long stretch all the way to, as far as you want to go on 66. After he gets past Luther, it's about another 10 miles, I believe, to Wellston. But, Jim, right now, are you seeing any other police or officers involved?
No, I don't, Kent. We're looking up ahead, and I see no patrol cars or any kind of sheriff's cars at this time, as far as I can see up ahead. Like I said before, and with people just joining us, this pursuit's been going on for a very long time now. It has exceeded speeds well over 100 miles an hour. The OHP cars and the Oklahoma City PD cars are having trouble staying up with this Cadillac. I believe it's a maroon Seville Cadillac. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's an STS or not, Kent. But when he gets on a straight piece of road, they just cannot stay up with him. So the deciding factor is going to be if they can get stop sticks in front of him, some way to slow him down, or if he just runs out of gas, Kent.
Right, Jim. Of course, he is coming up on the town of Luther, where they, certainly will have more traffic in that area. The intersection he'll be coming up on Luther Road and 66. There are a couple of convenience stores. It looks like you're actually getting close to that at this time.
We are, Tim. I'm looking at the intersection. There's a lot of traffic in this intersection, so I just hope somebody doesn't pull out in front of this individual or individuals. We're not sure how many people are in the car at this time, Kent. We're still trying to gather that information and why this person or persons are running from the police. Really
catching some speed right now, it looks like, Jim.
Right. When he gets on a straight piece of road, it's just, we're well over. It's been a high-speed pursuit that has went on for at least 45 minutes, and they are now getting, we're trying to see how many people they're bringing out of the car. It appears they pulled one individual out of the car, Kent, and they have him on the ground at this time.
Okay, Jim. Wow. Well, that's been a very dangerous situation, extremely dangerous, and we're blessed that it came to this type of an end.
Oh, Kent, it's just remarkable that as far as this chase has went, and the speed that it has reached, that there's no injuries. I mean, it's just it's a tribute to the OHP. They played it smart and just took their time, and the engine just finally gave away, and they caught him. And the Oklahoma City PD officers that were involved in the chase, everybody all together. I mean, to keep this with no injuries, Ken, is just remarkable at these speeds.
They did a great job, Jim. Let's get your exact location of the cam. We know you're westbound on the Turner Turnpike. What do you think? You're about 6-7 miles out from the gate at I-35?
That's correct, Kent. We're probably about 6-7 miles out from the gate. I was trying to look for, we appear to be approximately 3 miles east of Lake Arcadia.
Okay.
If they could look at a map and kind of figure out what crossroad there is. But this is the Turner Turnpike in the westbound lane. High-speed pursuit has finally come to an end here. With no injuries and no wrecks, which is just remarkable.
Roughly near Hiawassee and the Turner Turnpike. Good job, Chopper 4. Appreciate your hard work and all the work of all those officers as well. A high-speed chase that wound for 30 minutes or more in the metro that started near I-40 and I-35. Went to Highway 66, all the way down Highway 66 to Wellston, back onto the Turner Turnpike and westbound for at least 12 to 15 miles, has come to an end with no one getting hurt, one suspect in custody. Of course, we'll have a full report for you on that coming up today at noon here on News Channel 4. Take you now back to regular programming.
And a little bit of white pepper.